So in this video, we are going to learn how to send purchase events to Facebook Conversion API from Google Sheet. Now suppose guys, you are sending some conversion details of your Facebook ads from your Google Sheet to Facebook using the Conversion API. So in this video, we will see how you can automate this process. Suppose you are adding the new purchase event, new sales details into your Google Sheet. And you want that whenever you add a new sale details, you want to send those details to Facebook Conversion API to optimize your Facebook ad. So using Pabbly Connect's automation, we can automate the process. And in this automation, we just have to add a new row of sales details into the Google Sheet, and automatically the same details will be sent to Conversion API as purchase event. If you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Google Sheets to Facebook Conversion API. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, let's suppose that I'm getting my sales data from various sources and I'm adding those new sale data into this Google Sheet. Now I want that whenever I add the new sale details into the Google Sheet, the same details should be automatically sent to Facebook Conversion API. So to make this happen, first we have to connect this Google Sheet in which we are adding the sales data with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window. So that every time we add a new row, we add a new sale details, that data is captured inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will trigger, it will start. And after that, using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we will send those new sales details to Facebook Conversion API and add the conversion details over there to optimize our Facebook ads. Now let's see how it is done. So here in trigger window in Choose App, first search for Google Sheets. Just select it. And then in trigger event from the drop-down, select new or updated spreadsheet row. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And we are going to use this webhook URL to connect our Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. And how it is going to happen? You just have to follow the help text given below over here. So just copy this webhook URL from here and then just go to the Google Sheet in which you are adding the new sales details. So this is our Google Sheet. After coming here, go to Extensions, Add-ons and click on Get Add-ons. After clicking on Get Add-ons, we will reach to Google Workspace Marketplace. And here in Search app, we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks, Pabbly, Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So as you can see, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this add-on is already installed in my Google Sheet. You just have to install this same add-on into your own Google Sheets account. And after installing it, you just have to refresh this Google Sheets once. This is a very important step. And after refreshing our Google Sheet, once again go to Extension and this time you can see that Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this add-on can be seen over here. Just hover on it and go to Initial Setup. After clicking on Initial Setup, this box appears in front of us. And it basically is asking us 3 different things. First one is Selected Sheet. Here in Selected Sheet, we have to select the sheet from which we want to send the data, new sale data to Pabbly Connect. So it is most likely possible that the Google Sheet in which you are adding the new sale details may have multiple sheets over there. So here in Selected Sheet, we have to select the data from which sheet we want to send to Pabbly Connect. Now right now, because in this Google Sheet, I have only one sheet named as Sheet 1. That's why by default, it has selected Sheet 1. After selected sheet, the next thing it asks us is the webhook URL. And here in this webhook URL field, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy it from here and paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, the next thing it asks us is the trigger column. Now here you must be thinking, what is this trigger column? So trigger column is basically the last data entry column of our Google Sheet. So here in the background, you can see that we have this Google Sheet, and in this Google Sheet, column G is going to be my trigger column. because it is the last data entry column in which any of my data exists. After column G, in any of my column, none of my data does not exist. So we have selected column G as the trigger column. After entering the trigger column, click on Send Test. Now when we click on Send Test, here you can see that we have received a response that is test data sent successfully. So here guys, in this response, you can see the data of the first row after headers, like we have these details of a new sale over here. And this data of the same sales, the same row will be sent to Pabbly Connect as a test response. And here in Pabbly Connect, you can see that we have received the response. So in trigger window, the response is captured. Here you can see the same trigger column which we have entered. You can see the same amount. So the amount over here was 2500. So here you can see the same amount. You can see the name of the spreadsheet ID, and then the details of that row. For example, we have the data from row number 2. So we have row index 2 over here. Then this is the exact same order ID which we have entered over here. Then after that, here you can see the same mobile number of the customer, same customer name, email, and the date and time of sale which we have added into the Google Sheet. This means guys, the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is working perfectly fine. And the details of a new sale from Google Sheet will be received inside Pabbly Connect in this way. Now to finish this connection, just click on the submit button, and then we can see that the webhook setup is configured successfully. Now just close it. Once again, go to extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and here you can see this time an option named as send on event. We just have to select this option over here. And by selecting send on event, we are telling this Google Sheet, we are telling this add-on that whenever data in a new row is added till our trigger column, then after that, immediately, instantly send that data to Pabbly Connect using the webhook URL. So whenever we are going to add a new row of data of a new sale data, automatically, instantly that same data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So here guys, the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully received the new sales details from Google Sheet in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we have to send these same details of a new sale of a new purchase to Facebook Conversion API. For that, just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in Choose App, search for Facebook Conversion. Just select it. After this, an action event from the drop-down, select the action event as purchase event. Now, because we are sending a new sale data, that's why I'm going to select the action event as send purchase event. But if you're getting the data of a new lead into your Google Sheet and you want to add new lead data to Facebook Conversions, you can select send lead event. Or if you want to add some other event details to Facebook Conversions, like add to cart or something like that, some other event, you can select this send other events option over here in the action event. Right now, I'm going to select Send Purchase Event over here and then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Facebook Conversions account, Facebook ad account, business account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this Connect with Facebook Conversions button. And because I have logged into my Facebook account over here in my browser, Pabbly Connect will detect the same account and make the connection. After making this connection, the first thing Pabbly Connect asks us is the Pixel ID. So here guys, we have to enter the Pixel ID from our Facebook Business Suite. For that, we just have to go to a Facebook Business Suite, Meta Business Suite, and then just go to All Tools. Now to get the Pixel ID, just scroll down and here you can see an option or tool named as Event Manager, Meta Event Manager. Just click on it and then it will take you to the Event Manager page of our Facebook business account. Then after coming to this Event Manager page, select your Facebook Pixels account. So I want to send the conversion for this particular account. So I'm just selecting it over here. Now after selecting this account guys, here you will see that all of the details of this Facebook Event Manager account will open in front of us. And here guys, after this, here you can see this pixel. This is the Pixel ID of your Facebook business account. So just copy this Pixel ID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and then paste it over here. So for this particular Pixel ID, we will be sending the conversion details via Facebook Conversion API. After entering the Pixel ID, the next thing it asks us is action source. So here in the drop-down, you can see that we have a list of different action options over here. We have to select the source from where we are getting this conversion details, from where this conversion action is going to happen. You can select any option of your choice. You can select app, chat, email, physical store, from wherever you are getting this new sales. For example, I'll just select app over here. Just for an example, you can select any option of your choice, any source of action where you're getting these purchases. Then it is asking us event ID. Now, what is this event ID? Let's read the help text. This ID can be any unique string chosen by the advertiser. it is used to deduplicate events sent by both Facebook Pixels and Conversion API. So Facebook Pixels and using this Facebook Conversion API from both the sections, we are going to send the conversion details to Facebook ads. And here guys, we have to enter a event ID. Event ID should be a unique ID which will determine the difference between the Facebook Pixels conversion and the Facebook Conversion API conversion details which we are going to send. So here guys, we have to select any unique ID so that the duplication of the same event, like if you have a new sale using app, you have run an ad and using that ad, the person or the buyer reaches to your app and makes a purchase. So it is most likely possible that the Facebook pixel also captures that conversion. And because you have received a new sale, then the Facebook conversion API is also going to capture that conversion and send it back to Facebook ads. And this duplication, this deduplication of the same event of the same sale might disrupt your Facebook ad campaign optimization. So to avoid it, we have to enter a unique string over here. So here guys, in this Google Sheet, in the sales data, I have a unique ID of order ID. So order ID is going to be a unique ID which is going to be unique for every new order, every new purchase I get. So here guys, from this responses of Google Sheet which we have received, I'm going to map this response of order ID over here in this event ID section. So we have to enter a unique string and order ID is going to be a unique string over here. Just click here and from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, here you can see the response of order ID. So in this way, the response of order ID which we have received from Google Sheet in the trigger window, we have simply mapped that same response of order ID over here in this event ID field just to get a unique string. Now, instead of order ID, if you have any other field, any other data as a string, as a unique string, you can select that particular string as well as the event ID over here to avoid the deduplication of events with Facebook Pixels and Facebook Conversion API. Now, after event ID, the next thing it asks us is the event time. So we have to enter the date and time, that at what date and time this conversion happened. So here in our Google Sheet, we are adding the date and time, that at what date and time this new sale was captured. And here guys, in Pabbly Connect, it is showing us we have to enter the time in timestamp format, but we have entered the time into the normal date and time format, the date and time over here. So what we have to do, we have to convert this response of date and time into the timestamp format. Now you have an option to leave this field blank. If you leave this event field blank, if you don't enter any time over here, then the time at which this automation workflow will be executed, Facebook conversion is going to capture that particular time as the event time. So if you want to add the time at which this conversion is sent to Facebook Conversion API, if you want to add that time as the event time, you can ignore this field, you can keep it blank. But I want the date and time at which the sale happened should be sent to Facebook conversions. So that is why I'm going to enter event time over here, and that too in timestamp format. But here guys, on Google Sheet, as we saw that the date and time which we have received is in this particular format. Now how we can convert this into timestamp? For that, just click on this add action step button before the Facebook conversion step. And then here we are going to use a feature, a module of Pabbly Connect that is called date time formatter. Just select date time formatter over here, and in action event from the drop down, select the action event as format date with time zone. Then just click on connect. After clicking on connect, the first thing it asks us is the date. What is the date and time whose format and time zone we want to change. So here guys, this is the date whose format we want to change. So we are going to map this particular date over here in this date field. Just click here, and from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, select this response of date and time and map it over here. After mapping the date and time, it is asking us from format, so that in which particular format this date and time is present right now. So here in this drop down, you can see a list of different formats over here. Out of all of this, we are going to select this particular format of day, month, year, hours, minutes over here. Just select this format. Then it is asking us to format, that in which particular format we want to change this date and time. And once again in this drop down, you can see a list of different formats. Out of all of this, we are going to select timestamp over here because we want to change this date and time into the timestamp format. Then it is asking us from time zone. So I am in India, and in India we follow Asia Kolkata time zone. And according to the same time zone, I have added this new purchase details, new purchase event date and time over here in this Google Sheet. So I'm going to select Asia Kolkata is from time zone and also into time zone. After selecting both of these details, just click on save and send test request. Now, when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And in this response, you can see the timestamp format of the same date and time which we have received of a new sale from Google Sheet. So we have converted this date and time from this particular format to timestamp format. And after converting this, we just have to map this data of timestamp over here in event time section. So when we will click here, you can see in this drop down, you can't see any data to be mapped. Because we have added a new step, a new data before this step, we just have to reconnect our Facebook conversions account. Just click on this connected button, select the existing connection and click on save. And after clicking on save, here you will see the Facebook conversions account will get reconnected. And now when we will click on this field, here you can see in the drop down, you can map the data from the Google Sheets tab as well as the date time formatters tab. So from the responses of date time formatter, just select the response of timestamp and map it over here. Now after this, it is asking us event name, that what is the name of the event. And here in the help text says, enter event name. Note, required field for the corresponding events are listed here. So here we have a hyperlink, just click on it. And by clicking on this hyperlink, we will reach to this Meta Developers page. And at this page, you can see a list of all the events for which we can send conversion details to Facebook. So we have add payment info, add to cart, add to wish list, and all of these events over here. So when we will scroll down, here you can see an event named as purchase. Now because the sale has happened and we are entering the sales details or we are sending the sales details via Facebook Conversion API. That's why the event will be the purchase event. So we are going to select purchase. We just have to copy this purchase from here and then paste it over here in this event name field. Now, if you want, instead of purchase, if you want to send the details for some other events, for example, if you get the details of a new contact or whenever a new product added to a cart into your Google Sheet and you want to send those conversion details to Facebook Conversion API, well, in that case, you can select that particular event over here from this page. Now, right now, because I'm sending the purchase details, that's why I'm selecting purchase as the event name over here. Then it is asking us event source URL. So if you're getting your new sales from your website or some other platform online, then you can enter the source URL over here as well. And right now, guys, we are not getting sales from the website over here. If you select action source as website, then it is mandatory. It is required to enter the event source URL, your website URL over here. Then it is asking us test event code. Now, what is this test event code? So the help text says enter test event code to check that your events are being received correctly. Note must be skipped for real event submission. So right now, guys, we are just setting up this automation. We are just testing it. For that, to avoid sending the real conversion details to Facebook Conversion API, we have a test event code on our Facebook Event Manager. If we enter that test event code over here, then the data which we will be sending to Facebook Conversion will be considered as test event over there, a test data. And using that data, our Facebook ads will not be optimized over there. So here, guys, in our Event Manager section, just go to test event. And here, guys, at this page, you can see the code, the test event code. Just copy the test event code for your Facebook Event Manager account and then just paste it over here in this section. So after setting up this automation and testing it multiple times, when we will check that the automation is working perfectly fine, before making it live, we will just remove this test event code from here. We will just keep it blank. Because if we keep it blank, the data which we are going to send, the conversion which we are going to send will be considered as actual conversion. After test event code, it is asking us opt out of ad or delivery optimization. The help text says select true if the event should only be used for attribution. So if you want that the conversion details which you are sending to Facebook conversions should be used only for attribution and not for optimizing the ad, you have to select true. But if you want to send these conversion details and on that basis you also want to optimize your Facebook ads, then from this drop down you have to select false over here. After this, it is asking us client IP address, client user agent, client's ID, Facebook click ID, then browser ID as well, and all of these details. If you have all of these details of the clients, you can enter that details into the Google Sheet and one by one map those details over here. But if not, you can keep these fields blank as well. Then it is asking us email, first name, last name, phone number, the details of the client, details of the customer who made the purchase. So we have entered all of these details over here in this Google Sheet. And we have received the Google Sheet responses over here in Pabbly Connect in our trigger window. So from these trigger responses in the Google Sheet, here we are going to map one by one all of these details, all of these responses over here in these fields. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple as you all know. Just click here and from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, select the response of email and map it over here. Just map the email. Follow the same process for other fields as well. First name, then map the last name, and then the phone number. So in this way, all of these details which we have added in Google Sheet of a new sale, you can add or map all of these details in their respective field. Right now in our Google Sheet, we don't have the details like city, state, zip code or country, so you can ignore these fields for now. Then after this, it is asking us data processing option and data processing option country. So here guys, specifically, California has a different limited data usage act. And for that, if your customers are from that region, they have an option for the limited usage of their data. Well, in that case, we have two different options. Either the customer is from California, USA, and they want to opt for the limited data usage of their data, then in that case, you have to enter that over here. And here in data processing option country, the help text says a country that you want to associate to this data processing option. Current accepted value are 1 for the United States of America, or 0 to request that Facebook geolocate that event. So if you want Facebook to geolocate this conversion details, this conversion event, that from where we are getting this event, you just have to enter the 0. But if you want to mention that your customers are from USA, then you have to enter 1 over here. If you want to learn about these two fields, you can just click on this hyperlink in the help text and you will be redirected to this page. And here at this page, you can see all the details for this same. So here guys, we are going to just ignore these two fields over here. And then we are going to reach to currency, that in which currency we are getting the payments, we are getting the conversions. So here guys, we have to enter the currency code, and the currency code should be in ISO 4217 format. So here guys, when we click on it, here you can see that the currency code should be in USD for US dollars, INR for Indian rupees. So in this way, we have to enter the currency code. So I'm getting my conversions, my purchases in INR, Indian rupees. So I'm going to enter INR over here. And then it is asking us for the value, that the conversion of what value we have received over here. So we'll just click here, and from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, we have entered the total amount as well into this Google Sheet. So map the response of total amount as value over here, the monetary value. And after mapping all of these details, after entering all of these details over here one by one, what we have to do, we just have to click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received this response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us, a success response. This response shows that the data of a new sale which we have added, a new purchase event which we have added in Google Sheet, has been sent to Facebook Conversion API. We have sent all of these details to Facebook Conversions. So let's check it. We will go to the Event Manager section. And yes, here under Test Event, you can see that just now, today at 11:15, we have received a purchase event. We have received this purchase event, just click on it. Here you can see the event ID. 121456, the same event ID which we have added over here into the Google Sheet. Then here you can see we have received the data in two parameters, the currency is INR and the value is 2500. Then we have the action source, so we have selected the action source as app and you can have it. And because we have entered the test code over here you can see that we have entered test event code. That's why here in user data key, you can see the test details like email address, first name, surname, and phone number over here. But after successfully setting up this automation and testing it, we are just going to remove this test code from this step and save it. And then when this automation workflow will be executed in real time, we'll get the actual details over here, actual conversion details. So here guys, you can see that the automation workflow which we have created in this video, right now it is working perfectly fine. And after setting up this automation guys, what we are going to do, we are going to test this automation once in real time. So here guys, we are going to add the details of a new purchase event over here in the Google Sheet, and we will see as we add these details, instantly, automatically, that purchase event details will be added in our Facebook Conversion API via Facebook Conversions. So let's do this. Let's add the time. So let me add the time ads. This time the time should be, for example, 11:25, for example. Then let's add an order ID 121. This is a dummy order ID. Let's add the name of the customer, test customer. This is the email address. And then this is a dummy mobile number over here. And the amount is, for example, this is the amount. So just now in my Google Sheet, I have added the details of a new sale. And as we add these details, we will see instantly within second, the same details will be sent to Facebook conversions via our automation. So we will go to the Facebook event manager, and yes, here you can see that just now within second, the same details, same event ID 121695. We have the same event ID, we have the same parameter, the value is 2300 INR, the source is app, and because we have the test event code, we have the test details. This means this automation workflow which we have created is working perfectly fine, and using this automation, you can send purchase event conversions to Facebook conversions by adding data in your Google Sheet. So here guys, we have tested this automation, and after successfully testing this automation, what we have to do, don't forget to remove this test event code from here. So we have tested this automation and it is working perfectly fine. So now just remove this test event code, just scroll down and click on Save button over here. And this is it. Now, every time we are going to add a new conversion details into the Google Sheet, it will automatically send to Facebook Conversion API for optimizing our Facebook ads over there. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.